Welcome to emPOWER presentation. emPOWER is a new application which allows you to manage IT resources efficiently. We will show you 6 slides followed by a demo. emPOWER manages IT systems, applications, and resources. It helps CIOs, IT managers, operations managers, architects, and others to get control of IT resources and budget. It will help with executing the IT strategy and IT policies. It will also help with application portfolio management, that is managing enterprise application and its relationship with other resources. The main resources covered in the first version, in this version, are servers, applications, networks, stakeholders, and companies. In the future version, the next release, we will have business processes and data. This slide shows the main relationships between resources. For example, applications hosted on a server hold business data supported or used by stakeholders, part of a business process, and typically a business process consists of several applications. If we look at the server, it hosts several applications supported or administered by stakeholders and belong to a network. Network connects servers supported or administered by stakeholders. Data stored within applications owned, managed, or used by stakeholders. And then business processes consist of multiple applications and used, maintained, or owned by stakeholders. As we could see, stakeholders related to all other resources. This slide shows the main relationship between a software and other resources. For example, a software typically got information, got documents, for example, an installation document, integration document, installed on a server, used by stakeholders, requires maintenance, and need to be available for specific business hours, could belong to a company, and can be used by one or more companies. This slide shows the main relationship between a server and other resources. Similar to software, it's got information, it's got documents, host software, so multiple software can be hosted on a server, used by stakeholders, requires maintenance, again need to be available, belong to a company, and used by one or more companies. Now we will show you a demo of the software. This demo is hosted on our website at demo.em-powerit.com. The application can be hosted within your environment or at your preferred hosting provider. First, we will log in as a super admin. The opening page consists of 3 areas. On the left hand side, we have search, resource trees, and create a new resource. Resources details will appear in the main area in the middle. At the top bar, we have 3 main buttons: resources, admin, and reports. We also have logout, application information, and help. Let us start by locating a resource. By default, all resources are selected. See the green border around them. So we're just gonna click on the search button without specifying any search keyword. This will list all the resources available. Now, this is one way to locate resources. The other way is to use the resource tree and simply extend any area you want, and then you could locate the resource. Let's open, for example, under Software Microsoft SQL Server 2008. Now, as we could see here, these are the details of this software: software name, version number, software type. All the drop-down lists and checkboxes are fully configurable from the admin area. So we have software type, again, as we said, for example, database software, then software status, active life supported, active life unsupported, in development, retired, anything else you want, implementation date, retirement date, description, and comments. Then we have several tabs here. Under the category tabs, we have, again, that's all fully configurable. For example, we have a software group, critical, desktop application, or mobile. And the function could be financial, multimedia, graphics, operating system, utilities. Under environment, development, test, production. You could have development, test, and production, and under suite. So you could specify any group, any functions, any environment, and any suite. Basically, it's just to give you a different way to classify your application. The company tab shows which company uses this software, in this case emPOWER. The next tab, servers, which server hosts this application. In this case, we have server 8. It's a Windows server. It's an IBM data center. And we also provide this text box, which is you provide some information about the linking of that application to the server. For example, Microsoft SQL Server 2008 is installed on server 8 using Service Pack 2. We could have the same SQL Server installed on another server on, for example, different Service Pack. You could see here this filter. If this list is long, you could simply search for the resource. Stakeholders, that shows all people or business areas, department that interact with this application. In this case, we have two stakeholders. We have Kamil role as an administrator, Salah as an end user. You could have others, for example, support, and the support can be maybe done by external stakeholder or any other roles that you like to specify. The document tab shows a list of all documents related to this application. In this case, I only have one. So if I click on that, I have the document name. I have again another document category. In this case, it's installation document, and we just simply provide the URL. So this document can be hosted within your own document management system, SharePoint, local drive, FTP site, or even the vendor's website. Now, to add more documents, you simply supply the details and click on the new button. Availability tab shows when that server needs to be available. So if I click on that, the production environment needs to be available, for example, from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. We could also provide the date, or you could override this by writing from the time and to time. The reason we allow you to have multiple availability because sometimes the same application needs to be available at different time range at different dates. For example, at the end of the year holiday, you might want to extend the availability of that application. Maintenance, we kept this simple for now, so we simply provide free text under support. For example, support agreements end on 21st of December 2013. Backup, how frequently do you back up the application? And maintenance, any other maintenance information that you would like to supply. The license tab, this lists licensing information. Again, we kept that simple. In the future release, we could extend this further to include some more detailed license information. For example, license type, number of licenses, and even cost. So this is a software. Let's see, for example, now server 8. Now, similar to software, there's a name, implementation date, retirement date, server type, which is defined again. In this case, we have Windows, Linux, AS400. Again, fully configurable. Server status, active, live, retired, description, comments. Under the category tab, we have server function. In this case, it's mixed. Environment, production. Location of the server is an IBM data center. You could have any other, including external hosting providers, and it belongs to company emPOWER. Under the general tab, we specify other details about the server: IT number, serial number, asset number, number of farm, virtual or not, storage size, storage type, memory size, and also the model. Now, most of those are optional, but we just provide them in case you need them. Under network, we specify the IP addresses. For each IP address, we could have alias, IP address, MAC address, NAT address, and the network. You could have multiple IP addresses assigned for each server, and some of those IP addresses can belong to this network, and others could belong, for example, to another network. Company, again, similar to what we covered in software, company that uses this server. Stakeholder, again, similar. In this case, we have Camel as being an administrator of server 8. Software shows which software installed on that server, Microsoft SQL 7008, and we see the same text. Document, again, similar to the feature in the software. Name, category, URL, description. Availability, again, similar to what we covered in software. In this case, we have two availability for that server, just to show you that. And then maintenance covers support, backup, and any other maintenance information. Now we will cover quickly other resources. Let's cover a stakeholder. For example, I click on Camel. You have the stakeholder name, position, email, other details about it, which company the stakeholder belongs to. This is internal company. If this is external company, again, you could specify here. For example, this can be a consultant from IBM or other organization. The location, so which office location this stakeholder belongs to, which branch, which team, and is it internal or external stakeholder. Again, if that company information, you could assign them here. Which servers, for example, this Kamil, as we saw, is an administrator of server 8 and here an end user of server 2. Software, Kamil is the administrator of all Microsoft SQL Server 2008, and if there are any other responsibilities for Kamil, for example, being a network administrator. Next thing we're gonna cover is company. In this case, we have one company name, company address, email, any other comments, and then we see all the other relationship which will be specified from other resources already selected here. server, stakeholders, software, and network. So when you build a relationship from a resource would be available in other resources. Network, let's look into IBM data center. Network name, domain, description, and if this network belongs to a specific company, then select the company from here. And then you see all other servers or stakeholders or documents that are part of this network. And then as you can see here, a list of all other documents. So we specify the documents from within the resource, but we just simply group them here under the document area. Now to add a new resource, you click on the new resource tab, you select the resource, for example software, and as we could see here, there's a blank form which is ready for you to fill. After you fill the form, you click on the create button and this new resource will be added to the system. We will cover now reports, so we assume we added all our resources in the system. We would like maybe to generate reports about them. The reports area allows you to view or export reports information, view or save them. For example, if I select software and I select all software and I click on view, I could see here user-friendly format of all the software I have in the system. Now, if I wish to export that to Excel file, I simply click this button and save it as an Excel file. And from there, maybe you could convert it to PDF, email it. The next section we'll cover is the admin area. The admin area provides three main functions. The first function is under users. This is to set up emPOWER users. So emPOWER designed to apply role-based security. As we can see, there are four roles available: super admin, super user, company admin, and company user. Later on, we will log in as a company user to show you that there will be less features available if you log in compared to super admin. You could integrate those users with your Active Directory by supplying the user identity and the domain identity. Now, resource settings. As we explained before, all the drop-down lists and checkboxes and other areas are fully configurable, and you could change the values in this area. There's a list, as you could see here, of all the properties. For example, software type, database, library, process. Now to add a new one, you simply select the property, supply the value, and click on create. To update an existing one, you click on it, you change the value, and you click on update button. Data manager. Sometimes you need to update the data in bulk. For example, you upgrade the memory or operating system for 20 of your servers. Data managers provide the ability to do this by exporting data from emPOWER as CSV format, separated by a semicolon or any other separator that you would like to add. After you export the file, for example, if we exported the servers, let me open that one. Now, as you could see here, you could open it in Excel or in Notepad. See the first row at the top are the labels, and then after that, all the values appear there. So you can simply copy and paste, or just add any other servers you like, and then after you complete this, you come to this area, click on import button, you import the file, and then you log out, you log in again, and you'll be able to see your details imported. Now, just for a second, I'm going to log out and log in again as company user 1. Now, as you could see, some of the features that we had as a super user, doesn't exist here. For example, there's no ability to create a new resource, and when I search for a resource, there are no buttons to delete, update, or create. Also, all the drop-down list disappear. You just see the values. You don't see other options to add checkboxes or any of that. So that provides um, read-only of the contents, which shows that the role-based security does work if you log in under as a different using different role. So this is the end of the demo. Please feel free to contact us if you have any questions, or you would like us to set up the demo so you could play with it yourself. My name is Salah Abai. I'm in Melbourne, Australia. My email is salah@em-powerit.com, or contact Kamil Aziz for any technical inquiries. Kamil in Sweden, his email is kamil@em-powerit.com, and our website is www.em-powerit.com. Thank you very much.